Now, a former Metropolitan Police Commissioner has urged ministers to review the use of non-crime hate incidents. This comes as a report by the Policy Exchange think tank. Estimates that up to 60,000 man-hours and woman-hours, or Zur-hours, of police time is taken up investigating these incidents each and every year. So, is it time to start policing the streets and stop policing the tweets? I'm now joined in the studio by the founder of Fair Cop, Harry Miller. And I think I know where you stand on this, Harry, because you took the government to court over this, and in 2021 December found in your favour that non-crime hate incidents were something that should be consigned to history, and yet here we are, they're back. What's going on?
Yeah, well, a little bit like a state-sponsored case of herpes. You think you've got rid of them, and they just come back again and again and again. They need to be got rid of, not because of a political decision, but because of a court decision. The second highest court in the land, the Court of Appeal, declared that in most instances, non-crime hate incidents are illegal. So what the Home Secretary needs to do is set an example to the police by obeying the law. You wouldn't have thought that was too difficult, would you? Just go out and you reread Miller versus the College of Policing, and it will clear that up for you, no problem at all. I'm available to the Home Secretary. If she wants schooling in this matter, I will give my time up and I will tell her why non-crime hate incidents are A, unlawful, and B, completely and utterly useless.
Except they still trundle on. How many police and crime commissioners are there in the country, Harry, and how many of them are in favour of carrying on with these non-crime hate incidents? Do you know?
Using the internet without a VPN is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. We want to help protect you. This video's sponsor, Private Internet Access, is the VPN to help keep you safe. Now, you might be asking, what is a VPN? Well, a virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel. This way, it shields your digital life from the eyes of those that are looking to exploit your private information. Whenever you connect to the internet on a public Wi-Fi network, such as at airports, coffee shops, friends' houses, or even in your own home, your data is at risk of being stolen. Hackers that are connected to the same Wi-Fi network have the ability to steal your personal data with ease. T-Mobile reached a settlement this year with the US Federal Communications Commission after they suffered data breaches in 2021, 22, and 23. In 2023 alone, over 37 million customers' data was exposed. And it's not just hackers to be concerned about. Information can be censored. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news content that you love. Private Internet Access is available for all platforms: Windows, macOS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one Private Internet Access subscription to protect an unlimited number of devices at the same time. Plus, we've got a huge GB News discount. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get 83% off PIA. That is under £2 a month, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free. There's also a 30-day money-back guarantee. So head to piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Yeah, well, there's more than 40 police and crime commissioners, and the vast majority are all in favour of them because it's easy policing. You don't need any evidence. There's no need to go to court. All you need to do is look at somebody and go, ha-ha, they're hateful, and then you can slap a non-crime hate incident on them without any due process whatsoever. And the other thing is, of course, it's entirely non-appealable. You can't appeal. There's no 12 good men and true judging whether or not you have done this or not. They simply slap it on you. It's like a mark of Cain. It's like stamping your forehead with a great big letter H for heretic because you've said something that the establishment does not like. And that's why they're so keen to keep them, because it is easy, lazy, political policing. It's the kind of thing that the Stasi would absolutely enjoy. But in terms of effectiveness, it's right up there with the Stasi's old habit of keeping smells in a jar, farts in a box, that kind of thing. That's exactly how useful it is. They have no use whatsoever beyond marking somebody out as being a wrong 'un.
But Harry Miller, you do accept that we must have hate speech laws. We must police speech where it's effectively, racist, homophobic. There has to be some framework. You can't just have total free speech, otherwise people would be chaos.
Yeah, we've never been in favour of complete free speech. If you target somebody on the basis of their protected characteristic, then of course there should be a consequence to that. But we have laws in place for that. If you target anybody, I don't care who they are, you are wrong to do that. But we cannot have a law that targets individuals who simply express an opinion about the nature of a protected characteristic, about Islam, about transgenderism, about race, about immigration, about borders. You cannot have a police force that makes that type of speech either criminal or the next best thing, a non-crime crime, because that's what's happening.
Harry, the figures are astonishing. 60,000 hours of policing time each and every year. And Lord Hogan Howe, the former head of the Met, saying with obvious justification, this is distracting and preventing coppers from solving actual crimes, real crimes, burglaries, muggings, the sort of stuff that blights lives when people can't... I mean, I see Santa more often in my neighbourhood than I see a copper on the beat.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But there's two things here. One, it is an absolute waste of police time, and the police should be out policing streets and doing those things. But even if all the crime was solved, even if the police were sitting around twiddling their thumbs with nothing to do, there would still be no justification for going out and policing people's free speech. It is a fundamental of a democracy that we are able to say things which upsets other people. We are able to challenge ideas. We don't have a blasphemy law in this country. We got rid of blasphemy a long, long time ago. But with this new woke religion, we have, unfortunately, a reintroduction by the back door of a form of blasphemy laws. And that cannot be any good at all. It's got nothing whatsoever to do with the police.
So in the recommendation, in this report out today, the Policy Exchange think tank, Lord Hogan Howe backing up, he said that government needs to step in and end this, because obviously you're telling us that the police and crime commissioners, they love it. For whatever reason, they love this power. So do you have any faith? Well, I know you think that should happen, but do you think it will happen? Do you think that the common sense will prevail and these will be scratched from history?
I don't think it will, because we've already seen the Home Secretary calling for an increase in the use of non-crime hate incidents. This is not a political matter. This is a legal matter. These things have been declared unlawful, in the most part, by the Court of Appeal. It is out of the political arena and it's inside the realm of the law, and the police and the government simply need to get on with obeying the law, Martin.
Harry Miller, founder of Fair Cop, always an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us in the studio here in Westminster. Thank you very much.